Hey guys, make sure to click that sub button or the sun will fall on your house. Trust me, it happens. Make sure to check out the Twitch, which will pop up on screen where I stream mostly Apex, and enjoy the video. So this is a bit of a different video. I'm going to be showing what I personally do for practicing aim and warming up in general. And it's going to be a bit shorter than usual. So there's only really a few guns that I used for this practicing my aim, just to save time and such. R31 and R99. So I get the sights I want on, and I shoot these dudes 4 times in a row. I personally do 4 times. You can do as many as you want, and if you mess up time, you gotta restart. That's what I do anyways. You could start off with as many as you want. You know, like I personally started off with 2 and worked my way up to 4 times in a row. And yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. So shoot them 4 times, just strafing left and right like this. Then once I finish with that, I'll move on to the targets that are moving up top. And I just shoot those 4 times in a row, and depending on the gun is depending on the damage, but for R301, R99, I get over 200 4 times in a row, or else I'll have to restart and just keep doing that until I get over 200 4 times in a row. And again, you can do this as many times as you want. And then for the final warm-up, one of the final ones for the R301, I just practice no-scoping, I guess you could say, the little dummies while strafing. Just doing that 4 times in a row until I get it. And then once I'm done with that, I get some more ammo just to be safe and pick up my R99, or get out my R99 I should say. And then I do the same thing I did with the R31, but with the R99. And the first time you might have noticed I was standing behind the attachments to the side, but this time I'm going a bit closer up since I'm using the R99 and it's just a little bit more difficult to hit with long range. So again, 4 times in a row with this R99. And then once I do that, I move to the target in the back, and I just keep shooting that target. Sometimes it can be quite difficult, especially with the R99. I'm still trying to work on my aim with that. And I'm no professional or anything. I've only been playing for a few months, really. I know it says I have a Season 4 skin, if any Apex nerds are out there. I played a little bit in Season 4, but I've stopped. I started again in Season 9, so I've just been trying to get good. And I hit that target. Hopefully I'll be done with it soon. I think he's struggling out here. And this is just what I personally do. You can do your own thing, but I just wanted to share what I think is best for me and what I like to do. So once I finished with the target in the back, I moved on to the strafing and shooting the dummy 4 times in a row. And yeah. I'd also like to say that you can use any guns you want for this. Depending on the gun, the results may vary a little bit, but this is just the guns that I choose to save time and just the ones that I mainly use, yeah. Once I finish shooting all of the little dummies and targets 4 times in a row each, I then get all my attachments on my guns, what I want, and I just practice shooting them just like that. Shooting them over and over again until I feel pretty confident and happy with, you know, how I'm been shooting them, I guess. And I just do this for a little while, and then I'll eventually move on to the next gun. You can see I'm still trying to finish these guys in one mag, and the ones that are a little bit further I kind of struggle with, but I'm working on it. And this exercise right here, I saw from a YouTuber who plays on console. I'll put his at, it's Moose. And I pretty much saw that he was doing this, and I thought it was a pretty good idea too. So I've recently started doing this. I'm not the best at it, but the faster you go, obviously, the better it will be. And then the next gun I go with is the flatline, and I just practice my aim with the flatline 4 times in a row. It's usually pretty easy with the flatline in 301 for me. And then for the flatline, I do over 200 damage as well. If you want to, you could go for 300, but it's gonna be a little bit more difficult. But in the end, it'll be worth it, I guess. And then I just go for the strafing, no scoping on the little dummies 4 times in a row, like the previous times. And just like the other times, I get my attachments and just practice shooting the dummies until I feel pretty happy with the results. And then I'll move on to the next weapon, which is the Kraber and Peacekeeper. I don't use the Kraber too much, so I'm not really practicing too much with it, but I'm still getting a bit of practice just for those few times I do get the gun. And I just practice quick scoping and for headshots mainly. If I hit a body, it's oh well. And just practice with the Kraber and hitting the headshots. Just a little bit, not too much. Practicing. And then once I finish practicing with the Peacekeeper and Kraber, I'll switch to the Evo Mastiff. Personally, I like them both, so I'll use both. Just depends whatever one I find first. And I just practice running around, moving around, making sure to avoid enemy gunfire. Well, not right now, but in a real game, practicing avoiding the gunfire while still hitting the targets. And if you ADS, it will help you do more damage, but it will limit your mobility by a lot. So that's why I don't. I just practice this. I'm also getting used to my new controls still, so I might not have the best aim, but I'm trying. Once I finish, once I'm pretty happy with the shotguns, then I like to just practice my wall jumps for a little bit. You don't need to, and I'm on console, so it's a bit more difficult, but I still like to just practice them because it's pretty fun, and it looks cool too.